welcome to another edition of Beyond the Bell. It is Thursday, January 25th, 2024. It is 60 seconds after the bell, which means it is time to go beyond the charts, beyond the news, beyond the bell, brought to you by our friends at Blue Sky Trading Company. It is our first ever giveaway Thursday here at Beyond the Bell. I'm a little hyped up right now. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really excited to do this. So in about 5 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 minutes, we're going to drop the link to sign up for the giveaway in the YouTube chat. You must be subscribed. You must like this video to qualify. And before you say you can't check that, oh, yes, we can. So make sure and sign up once. We will check. If you have signed up twice and you win, you will be eliminated. So go sign up once, like this stream, subscribe to the channel. I am so excited to be with you today. Everyone in the chat, especially if you're here for the first time, make sure, tell me, red or green today? Were you red or green today, right? And while we do that, I am going to tell you one quick thing. First of all, make sure, guys, that we have, hold on, let's get that off the screen. There we go. We are in the midst of our 40% off Blue Sky sale. We only do this a handful of times per year. It's 40% off all eval. So if you don't win the giveaway today, and I'm hoping for all of you to win, but only one can win. So if you're not that one person who wins, make sure you get in. This is live from now through February 9th. You have a couple of weeks to redeem it. And if you've got one, go get another one, right? It always helps. And with Blue Sky, you've got the triple threat. You've got now 40% off the eval that is the clearest path to a live brokerage account in the business. You've got live trading with Mike 5 days a week. And then Monday through Thursday at the close, you have this wonderful show hosted by yours truly. So thank you very much for tuning in. So with that, guys, it is time to talk about the big picture. So let's go to a chart here. Let me get our date. Oops, excuse me. Get that back up here. All right. So, guys, we are in the midst. It is a link. There will be a link posted in just a couple of minutes. And hello to everyone. I really appreciate everyone being here. So, in the NQ, I know how big of fans we are in the NQ here. We've got in the midst of a little bit of a double top going on. So in the 17,700 level, guys, we are banging our heads hard on resistance, right? We closed above 17,700 on this these are 4-hour candles, but we immediately headed south. We based out here, made another run. 2 times, 2 selling candles came in, and that led to the afternoon sell-off. And guys, I know because we're doing a giveaway, a lot of people are here for the first time, but we are here Monday through Thursday. We talk about the markets. We've been very good at sort of doing some prognostication of where things are going. And one thing we've talked about this week, in fact, I talked about this yesterday, guys, when I outlined the things that I have on my chart. And if you missed yesterday's show, you can go right into the Blue Sky archives. It should be there. And make sure you check out all of our shows. This is our first week, so you've only got 3 to catch up if this is your first time. Okay, so with that in mind, we started the day. Obviously, we had some data before the markets, but we started the day at 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern. So there's our little regular session open. Now, keep in mind, guys, I told you guys yesterday. I said, and I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial or trading advice. But if you're struggling, okay, if you're struggling, you're taking a lot of trades and you're not really being, showing a lot of discernment with them, you're just kind of going long or short for breakouts, breakdowns, you don't really have a system. First of all, you need a system. You need a playbook. You need your journal. You need all of that. But if you do nothing else, try just this. Try this on paper for a few days. Only taking long trades above VWAP and only taking short trades below VWAP. Guys, once VWAP broke down, right, we tried it here, we tried it here, we tried it here, but we kept going down there, right? And think about it. Somebody, you locked yourself out of your house, right? And you're banging on the door and you just keep banging. I mean, eventually, if you're strong enough, you'll knock that door down. And that's what happened with the NQ today when it comes to VWAP. Once we got below it, it was look out below. This candle here was the pivot candle of the day. Once we got down to the -1 standard deviation band, sure, we moved around a little bit, but we never retook VWAP after that. So anybody who was using VWAP as their bullish bearish indicator, congratulations. This was a very good day for you. Moving over to the ES, let's go take a look at the big picture in the ES. Very similar here, 4,900, guys. And actually, I want to pull this up on the 5-minute. 4,900's kind of been a big area of resistance as far as our gamma goes, as far as some of our options go. Now, keep in mind, just because we're above an area of resistance does not mean necessarily resistance is broken. And 4,900 is all the way down here. So you're like, well, Matt, of course we broke that, right? Well, we only got up to about 49.24, so 25 handles above it. That's nice. If the NQ, which has been a bit of a leading indicator this week with the earnings, we've had Tesla earnings, IBM earnings, then it's very, very important. Sorry, I'm just checking the chat here, guys, to potentially make a move back down there towards the 4,900. So again, this could be, again, just a tip for tomorrow. If you wake up and things are heading lower, the 4,900 level is where we're going to be looking at. It's, excuse me, I said resistance earlier. I meant it's support. But it's support right now. But what is one of our primary tenets of technical analysis? Previous support becomes resistance. Previous resistance becomes support. Now, again, as we've pointed out in the chat, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like. One of the cool things about this show, guys, for those that are here for the first time, it's best to attend live so you can ask questions, but maybe there's someday you have a meeting or you got to pick up the kids from school or whatever. All of these shows are archived on the YouTube page. You can go check them out. Make this part of your routine. I am a huge believer in routine in the markets, and make sure you make our show a part of your daily routine, whether that's live at 4 o'clock, maybe as you're going to bed at 10 o'clock, maybe after dinner, about 6 or 7 o'clock. Come in, watch the show. It's about 30 minutes every day. And if you keep watching every day, there are no guarantees in trading, but I feel very confident it'll help your trading. Again, we've called some of these things that have happened this week over the past few days. So again, you've got the blue sky triple threat, guys. You've got the clearest path to a live brokerage account. And, they're so generous. We're giving away an account today. You've got Mike trading in the morning. You've got me here in the afternoons on Beyond the Bell. There's no excuse to not do the work and be successful. So with that in mind, I want to do something a little different on this show today. So we're going to talk about specifically the lesson of the day. Okay, and this is going to be a little shorter than usual. Then I want to open it up to YouTube for questions, guys. And any questions that you have relating to trading, whether you want to take a look at a chart, trading in general. We got a lot of people here today. I want to take some time and I want to answer your questions because you did the right thing in showing up for today. So with that in mind, guys, I'm going to go ahead and ask our moderator team to post the link for the sign up in the chat right now. And while they're doing that, we are going to go to the lesson of the day. So guys, one quick thing here, and I guess I can very temporarily take this off the screen. I talked about this on yesterday's show, but again, I know we have a lot of people here for the first time. Make sure you're able to kind of segregate your trading life and outside of trading life, right? We all have some, and I bring this up because this was especially pertinent for me today, and without getting into a ton of personal information and all that, had a couple of minor disruptions this afternoon, which took me out of my headspace for trading, right? I was zoned in this morning, had a nice winning trade, had a small losing trade, still finished up almost $1,000 on the day, and that's okay. That's great, right? But at some point, I got a little knocked off my game because I had to do a couple of things and make a couple of phone calls, deal with a couple of things, whatever. And guys, if you're not in the right mindset to trade, do not trade. End of discussion, end of story. If you've got a particular stressful situation going on, maybe, God forbid, a health scare or something in your family, or, one of your kids is getting in trouble, or even sometimes real positive. You've got some very positive things going on and you bring that euphoria into your trading where you're just happy-go-lucky and everything's fine and we're piling into stuff, that can be just as deadly as well. Okay, so that's your lesson of the day. Make sure to monitor your mental state at all times when it comes to trading. So with that, I want to go ahead and the link is posted, guys, and the link does work. I just clicked on it. So you will have about 10 minutes to sign up, guys. Just 10 minutes to sign up. At 20 after, we are closing the signups, and I'm going to load up the names on the wheel of names, and we're going to spin that to see who our winner is. And guys, if since you're here, if you like and subscribe, if you get us enough traction, I'm pretty sure I can talk the Blue Sky guys into doing this a little more often than just, the one that we've done. So maybe we can make it a regular thing. I'll ask, but your continued support for this show and your likes and your subscriptions is what gives us the ability to do that. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you sign up once, make sure you keep coming back. And if I have to like really talk mean to Josh and Raj, I'm sure we can make something happen. But they're nice guys. I probably won't need to do that. In fact, I'll probably feel bad if I have to do that. So don't make me do that. Guys, the link is working. I just tried it, so I can tell you it's working. So any questions, guys, while we're here and while we're talking? Let me scroll. Which VWAP are you using? So that's a great one. So the indicator that I use, it's a free indicator on TradingView, and it's just called the VWAP intraday. Okay, so this is what it's called. It's there. The VWAP, the site has a number of paid indicators. This one is free, but I do encourage you. I also use the tolerance band width on this, so you see this is how it looks default, and then I add that to the standard deviation bands. Guys, I'm a big VWAP trader. I'm not saying every single thing I do is based on VWAP, and for those the unindoctrinated, VWAP is volume weighted average price. It's a very important metric, especially in the indexes, because the big boys use it all the time, right? When they're filling huge orders, they consider it, a good price if they got it below VWAP, and not necessarily a good price if it's above VWAP, assuming they were going long, right? If you're buying something, you want to pay below what the average price is, and therefore that's a good metric for the big boys. So there are times in trading we want to be looking at things no one else is looking at. But then there's a lot of times in trading we want to look at the exact same things everyone's looking at, because those are where the prices tend to consolidate. And guys, you saw it right here on VWAP. We gravitated. VWAP is not necessarily a magnet. Don't call it that. VWAP practitioners will storm your house and kick down your door and slap you in the face if you do that. Not really. I'm exaggerating, but only partly. But you can see where price action tends to congregate, right around VWAP. And this is where it makes decisions, right? This is where price action on a day like today makes its decisions. It decided to run here, decided to break down here, and run from here, okay? So again, pay careful attention to VWAP if you don't already. Even if you can't put the standard deviations lines, guys, like I said, if you're really struggling to find setups that work for you, try just on paper for a few days, only longs above VWAP, only shorts below VWAP, and see if it makes a difference. If nothing else, it gives you a frame of reference to, in terms of building out plays, building out strategies, journaling your success, etc., etc. I will tell you guys a little spoiler. I will be bringing up my trade journal for the month next week. I'm going to show you how I sort my data, how I look at some of that stuff. And I'm going to show you for all of my accounts, personal accounts, some of the eval stuff that I work on when I test out strategies, and I'll show you how I organize the data and go from there. So can't do that till the end of the month. So that will be on the 31st, which is next Wednesday. Also, guys, a little teaser for next week's show. We're waiting for you guys to sign up for the giveaway. On next week's show, guys, we are going to do 8 tips to pass your eval, right? Like this is a first and foremost a trading show. We're talking about trading, giving you good ideas and good thoughts for trading in general. But because this is part of a prop firm's offerings, we want to talk about evaluations. What are some good tips to pass them? How do you deal with trailing drawdowns and all that kind of stuff? So on next week's show, we got 4 shows per week. We're going to do 2 tips every single day, and you can find that right here on Blue Sky's YouTube page. So let me get back to any questions here. How do you enter a trade around VWAP? Okay, so I have a setup called the VWAP tap, and guys, with my trading, I do simple patterns, but I want them backed up by market internals, right? So for me, and again, I was a little distracted dealing with a family situation this afternoon, but something like this would probably be a pretty good indication of a trade that I would take as we began to move lower. I will show you one trade I did take earlier today. Not in the ES, I took it in the NQ. There we go. And it was quite simply right here. Waited for the stuff to break down. Once this candle closed, this was a doji, and we opened and closed back above VWAP, grabbed it right here for a quick run up to the +1 standard deviation band, right? And the standard deviation bands often act as partial or full profit targets at those particular points. Again, you can, message me if you want some more information on that on Discord. But I do have some stuff that I do with a little more with that. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. So make sure you put. I'm looking for questions. Yeah, for NinjaTrader, I don't know what they. NinjaTrader is one of the few brokerages or platforms just not overly familiar with. I know it's very popular because you get a license with that, either with Blue Sky or a lot of the prop firms and stuff like that. And Blue Sky, obviously, you get a free license while you're using it. I'm just not familiar with it. I'm pretty comfortable. I use TradingView for a lot of my charting. I use Edge Pro X, which is also a supported broker, although you do have to go through them to get a license through Blue Sky. Highly recommend them. They have a top rate staff. Just like at Blue Sky, you got a top rate staff here. They got a top rate staff over there as well. Any settings we should do on VWAP? Honestly, I kind of use it out of the box. The only thing that's different, as I said, is this tolerance band width, right? So it looks like this normally, where it's just a dotted line for the plus and minus 1 standard deviation. I just make this a little more of a zone. It just helps me visualize things a little better. You had to unsubscribe and resubscribe for the link to work. So if you're still having trouble, maybe give that a go. But yeah, it seems everyone's having some luck with that now. What's the yellow bar signify? These are just what's called leg and base candles. These are leg candles. Actually, this indicator does not work exactly how I define leg and base candles. Basically, leg candles are strong moving candles, and base candles are but you can see if I get rid of this, it just kind of looks, and it's just a nice little color code to help me see the strong candles. It's not really something that's actionable for me. So I'm not like, oh, it's a purple candle, I'm getting in. But it does help me kind of, again, what's your narrative with the markets? What's the chart saying? When you look at this, okay, are you long bias? Are you short bias? I always say a trade is where a thesis meets a setup. So, for example, as we began to break down below VWAP, again, if I was at my computer and not dealing with a family issue, my thesis would have been short at that point. So then I need to see a setup. I don't just get into a trade because I'm long or short bias or have a long or short thesis, but then I'm looking for specific setups that will relate to that thesis. Thesis plus setup equals trade for me. Okay, and for me, I'm a 3 to 5 trade a day guys. 3 to 5 trade a day guy. Okay, I don't trade very, I can sit all day and sometimes only make 1 or 2 trades, but 3 to 5 is my average. And guys, I do pretty well with it. And it's not the most exciting thing in the world. We think the markets are open. I'm a trader, therefore I should be trading. No, the markets are open. You trade when you see a setup. End of discussion, right? Okay. Blue Sky, best prop, best website. Very snappy, very well engineered. We appreciate that. When I came on board to help out with some stuff, I said that's a very well engineered website, and that was the whole reason. Of course, I kid a little bit, but no, these guys are really dedicated to education, and that's why I decided to help them out. It's a good group of dudes. All right, where do you find the indicator that you're using? I already outlined that, guys. A basic VWAP. It should be built into any platform. It actually used to be a very proprietary thing for a while. It used to be very hard to find for platforms. You had to pay it. It's built in almost every platform now. It's because it's so easy for the platform to calculate. So again, sport is also best. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, any questions here? We got about 2 more minutes for you to sign up for the raffle, and then I'm going to let our behind the scenes group consolidate the names. They're going to send them to me, and we'll go from there. But any questions on the chart? Any questions on trading in general? We're not going to do our mailbag today because we've got this going on. But again, we usually do a trader mailbag. In fact, I will put up, guys, if you have any questions for the show in the future, here's how you can submit them. Okay, you can submit them to me on Discord. Most of you can see my Discord name, Trader Matt. You can also email me, matt@TiresiasTrading.com. That's TIRESIAS trading.com. And again, if we get a good response, you guys are out there asking questions and participating in the show, so much easier for me to convince the Blue Sky guys to do more giveaways like we're doing today in the future. So guys, this is your 30-second warning. If you have not signed up for the giveaway, do so now. In 30 seconds, Raj, close the signups and start compiling the names. The yellow bar, as we always talked about, is a leg and base candle. So I'll take that off there. Can you show what your trades today and the rationale? Okay. Well, I'm going to tease for next week. Come next Wednesday, you're going to see my whole journal for the month. What I took, what I traded, long, shorts, profits, loss, time of day, all that stuff. And I'll show you next Wednesday how I break down my trading at the end of the month. Actually, a lighter month for me this month because I had a lot of stuff going on. I had some stuff on my website that I was working on. The new year had 2 moves that not me personally, but 2 moves that I was helping out with and was a part of. A family member's moving home, so a lot of stuff going on. So I'm probably gonna end up with about 40 to 50 trades for the whole month, which is low for me. Still a pretty good month for me though, at least as long as I don't choke off everything in the next few days, right? Next Wednesday, yes, right here, I will do that. And I'll put that in the Discord, guys. I'm going to start. This was our first week of the show. We're getting it off the ground and all of that. Next week, I'm going to be really good about posting up our schedule for the day and what we're going to be talking about. But in the meantime, again, as of next week, we're going to do 8 tips to pass your eval. So that's Monday through Thursday show next week. All right. So the moment you've all been waiting for, as soon as Raj is able to compile the names here. By the way, give it up for Raj behind the scenes this week. He's had to do some stuff manually. We eventually hope to do automatically, but he has been really good. So applaud. Your mics aren't on, but make sure you applaud for him. He's the brains behind everything, in terms of the tech stuff here. So Raj, Josh, and Mike, Raj, Josh, and Mike. Really good team here at Blue Sky. They do a great job of getting content out to you guys. So definitely, okay, you're clapping. That's good. Yes, live all next week. Okay, so I am getting the names right now, guys. All right. Okay, I see them right here. Just a second here, guys. Let me get these names. And then good signups, guys. Wow, a lot of people showed up. Appreciate that. Okay, this is not behaving. All right, just a second. I think I got this. This is great live programming here of me on another screen. Okay, Raj, it's not letting me copy and paste any of this stuff. It keeps crapping out as soon as and ads keep jumping up. Can we maybe copy and paste them directly into the chat, please? Sorry about this, guys. This is there it is. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. All right. So we'll have these up momentarily. All right, so we are ready to spin the wheel o' names. So this is for a 50,000 eval account at Blue Sky. Now, you don't need to do anything if you win, okay? Josh, Raj, somebody will be reaching out to you within the next 24 hours. So are we ready to spin that wheel? Marco Perez, WQ4KL, congratulations. You are the winner. Yeah, congratulations. So, guys, again, you guys really turned out for this show, so I appreciate that. I will do my best to convince the powers that be at Blue Sky that we want to make this a regular thing. And with that in mind, again, so don't forget, hold on, let me get this up here. 40% off your evals at Blue Sky right now. So if you didn't win, if you're anybody other than Marco Perez, make sure you go grab one of your evals today. Next week, we will be focusing on evaluations. I've done a few evaluations on my own just to try the whole process out. There may be a future segment on this show where I take an evaluation and show you some of the trades from that. We're working on that. But next week, we're really going to be focusing on evaluations and some tips and tricks to pass them. Because I've been working almost exclusively with prop firm traders over the course of the last year since I came on here to help out at Blue Sky. I've learned a lot and I've taught a lot. So we're going to be sharing some of that knowledge next week. In the meantime, I really appreciate you guys being out for this edition of Beyond the Bell. We will be back next week, Monday through Thursday, every single day, doing what we do. Are there any last questions that we can go over here before we break for the week? There is no show on Fridays because I'm done by like noon on Fridays. My brain is fried. It's actually like fried right now, so I'm just gonna have to like kind of make it through the first couple hours tomorrow. Christopher, that is really kind, man. I really, really appreciate that. He says, I've enjoyed the show all week. Definitely part of my routine. Short and sweet. Cheers. Yeah, that's great. I really appreciate that, guys. For those of you we've had, I know how these shows go. We got to build up a steady audience. People check it out from time to time, but we got to give you a reason to keep coming back. So come back for the giveaways, stay for some of the analysis, and everything else we can go for there. For any questions about the accounts, please direct those to the frequently asked questions section of the website. Almost every question you have has been answered there. If there's something you really don't know, there's a Q&A on the Blue Sky Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, go to bluesky.pro and click. There should be a link in the bottom left-hand corner of the page. I guess that'd be here if you're watching. And you'll get an invite to the Discord. It's a great Discord. It's where you can catch Mike live trading every morning. It's where I'm there from time to time. If you have any questions, tech support is on the website, but any questions about accounts and stuff like that, you can ask on that particular site. Question, I missed the raffle. Can you do another one? Yeah, we'll do it. No, man, you got to be here. We talked about this. Man. Come on, in the flow. Get in the flow. If you're really in the flow, you would have been here for the raffle. It's okay, man. I was giving you a hard time. That's what we do here. So again, this show is live Monday through Thursday right here on the page. You keep coming back. You keep liking. You keep subscribing. We'll keep doing the show. We'll keep doing some giveaways. I'll try to talk the Blue Sky guys into some of the best sales that we have, but 40% off is pretty damn good, right? Honestly, guys, in this business, your goal should be, I know we have goals for withdrawals and all that kind of stuff, but your number one goal should be to make it into a live brokerage account. Okay, none of this live sim garbage, which is the end. That's we have an intermediate stage of that. That's the end game for a lot of other prop firms, right? And they have to pay you out of pocket. So people wonder, why do I have to jump through 20 hoops? Why is there a consistency rule in funded, which is 10 kinds of BS, if you ask me? Get into a live brokerage account, then the money you make is mostly yours. And it's very easy to get sent back. At Blue Sky, you get into that point, you can ask for a payment every day if you want. And I'm going to talk about some of that next week as we get into some evals. All right? Guys, thank you for making this show a part of your week. Again, routine is key in trading. So you join us Monday through Thursday at 4 o'clock right here on the Blue Sky TV network. I don't know if we can call it that. We're really not on TV, but it's definitely the Blue Sky YouTube channel. Thanks everyone for being here this week. I appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow in the Discord channel. I will see you Monday at 4 o'clock right here. Have a great rest of your weekend. Trade green, and I'll see you next week.